Good evening. This is my first time doing this. I am an educator, and I think we are queens and kings of doing it ourselves. So this story begins about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I was still a substitute teacher, and we don't make too much as a substitute teacher. You get paid by the day, and if there's a snow day or if it's holiday time, your paycheck is very small. So one Halloween, someone invited me to go to a Halloween party, and I thought to myself, what could I be for Halloween? And I just found out 12 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, I don't have a lot of money, so, you know, I think I'm gonna have to make a costume. And I just thought, in about 2 minutes or less, I said, you know what, I think would be funny if I was Big Booty Judy. I thought, that won't take a lot. I could just, you know, stuff, you know, my clothes with some items and, you know, cause a little ruckus. So, you know, I always had hips, but I didn't have like that big booty, protrudy booty. Like. So I said to myself, let me see if I can make a Big Booty Judy costume. So I decided to put on a wig that I had, and I put on a nice form-fitting dress, and then I had a throw pillow for my bed that I stuffed into some opaque stockings. And I really wanted to be dramatic with it, so I wanted to be a surprise. So I wanted you to look at me this way, and I look normal. But when I turned to talk to my neighbor, you would see all this. And every time, you know, I would pause, I would come back, and I would, with a straight face, just continue the conversation, but the person would just look at me like... So I said, I'm just going to test it out on a couple people before I go out. So put it on, and I showed my parents, and they cracked up, and they thought it was really, really funny. So I said, well, my cousin, he's having a fish fry. Let me see how people react when I walk over to get, you know, a platter. So I decided to, you know, walk up, and, you know, conversation starts to stop, and everybody's just like... And, you know, it was a very fun evening because I just didn't know what I was going to get into that night. So I was invited to a Halloween party, and this reminds me of somebody else's story earlier. He had a lot of lists of things that you should or shouldn't do. And, you know, I was hanging out with someone that I really don't hang out with that often. I just, you know, to describe the relationship, she's my cousin's second baby mama. He has like 5, so she's like number 2, but she remained friends with a cousin of mine, and this particular day she said she needed some company to this party, to this guy friends of hers, and I said, okay, I'll go, that sounds fun, it's a Halloween party, it's Halloween time. So, you know, before as we're parking at this house, and I'm dressed in my Big Booty Judy costume, I have a wig on. I did a lot of stops that night. It was like before this stop, I went to a fundraiser, and everybody just, you know, because there's people with big booties, so they didn't stare at me too much. So, but we're pulling up to this spot, and we're parking. As we're parking, she turns around to me and my cousin, and she says, you know, she said this was a guy friend's party. So I was like, okay. So she said, well, I just met him online. And I was just like, we're going to someone's house that you just met online. So she says to me, you know, if anything makes you uncomfortable, the code word is peanuts. So we go into this house, and, you know, everybody's dressed in some interesting costumes, and I got my Big Booty Judy going on, and a lot of people are staring hard, and they're liking what they see, and some people are, you know, asking me if, you know, if it's real, and I said, actually it's not, and they look really sad. And I was just like, the one guy, he says, well, I'm sad, but I still want to take a picture with you. So I took a picture with this guy. I'm like, this is not even real, but you still want to take a picture with me. So as the night went on, you know, I was uncomfortable, so I just drank water that night. And you know, after about an hour or so, I turned to her and I said, peanuts. So we left the party and I went on to another party that I was invited to, and that night, you know, I got a lot of free drinks and somebody sat, you know, a drink on my butt. They took a picture of it. They thought, they just couldn't believe, they didn't understand how I could make a pillow look so juicy. They said every time, you know, someone asked me what did I do, and I just said it's just a throw pillow. And they said, how did you do that? To this day, people are wanting to know, how did you make a pillow make so many people go crazy? And to this day, it brings laughter because it was something that I thought of in a couple minutes, and it definitely saved me some money that night.